SEO.
Cool. Okay, just got all the buttons. But then we are here again on this awesome Friday, or as we like to call them, Friendly Fridays, brought to you by the Marketing Lifeline, talking to like-minded entrepreneurs who just like to share and share alike. And today we're joined by Taryn Victor from Phoenix Media, and we're going to be talking about her passion, which is blogging, and some of the benefits of blogging. So thank you so much to you, Taryn, for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking out the time, and I look forward to what you have to share with us.
Wonderful. Megan, thank you so much. I really appreciate the invitation. I can't wait for us to share all the amazing things that we have planned for today.
Cool. And just tell me quickly, Taryn, you are joining us from Cape Town?
No, from Johannesburg.
Are you from Johannesburg? Okay, just wanted to check that. So where you are on the map. Okay, so just before we kick into the awesome questions we have for Taryn today, I just want to introduce you with a little short bio, just a little bit about Taryn. Taryn Victor's journey in social media started in 2017 when she started her blog, Diary of a Whimsical Girl. As a blogger, she used social media to give herself exposure as an entertainment and lifestyle blogger. Taryn completed her certificates in blogging and content creation in 2018, social marketing in 2020, and more recently in digital marketing. In a 5-year journey using social media, Taryn also has 2 years experience in marketing, where she gained valuable skills and insights into content creation and social media marketing. And in 2021, the entrepreneurial bug bit, and she decided that now was the time to start her own agency, where she can share her skills and creativity to help clients build a brand that they are proud of through social media and content creation. Love that story, and the fact that, I think we similarly share anniversaries with our companies. This Marketing Lifeline launched a year ago, and I see you've also recently, somewhere soon, going to have your 1-year birthday for Phoenix Media. Is that right?
Well, for you, firstly, congratulations, happy 1-year anniversary. And for me, my company's anniversary was on the 9th of February. So a whole year milestone achieved for both of us.
Awesome. So awesome. So we've made the first 365 days. You only have another 600 and so to go. As they say, if you can succeed the first 1,000 days, then you are successful. So let's learn a little bit about how to be successful and how to help and grow our businesses as entrepreneurs, as we learn about little tricks of the trade on these Friendly Fridays with experts that come and join us to share. So let's just start with, tell us a little bit more about Phoenix Media and maybe how it came to be, because I think that's always an encouraging story as well, and what it is that you guys aim to do.
Okay, awesome. So I'm back in 2020, towards the end of 2020, the beginning of 2021, I was freelancing, and I noticed a trend that there was a demand of creativity in social media and content creation. I noticed that there was, people were like, when it came to creating content, and especially with social media, 1, they didn't have time, and 2, they just didn't know where to begin. And so as clients started asking me this and that, I realized that there was something here, but I was going to come from a completely different aspect. So in 2021, I was like, what am I going to do, and how can I help people create awareness on their social platforms for their business and build their brand identity? And I was like, you know what? I'm starting a business. And so on the 9th of February 2021, I started my business, and I called it Phoenix Media because for me, the phoenix is rising from the ashes. So for me, it is, you are starting your business, building it from the ground up, like I was doing. And I was blessed to start to work with so many clients up till today as well, and help them build their brands, rebuild their brands, find their footing, and absolutely enjoy the content that they create. So I don't call myself a digital marketing agency. I call myself a creative agency, because we specialize in social media marketing and strategy and content creation, because those 2 aspects themselves already has so much to go into and dive into, and where you can just let your creativity thrive, and also where your business can grow, because we're online now, and with the pandemic, the pandemic that we're in, everything has gone online, and people are noticing more and more how important online marketing is for their business. So yeah, that's the backstory.
Awesome. I love that. And also the fact that you kind of didn't just go another digital marketing agency, but rather what is it that the market needs, and really positioning yourself to that. So very well done on that from me. So I hope, and I'm sure there'll be much success still to come in your business. So let's talk a little bit more about content. As you've mentioned, that's one of your kind of more passions, and where you saw there was a bit of a gap, because let's say it's a word that not many people enjoy. So a word that it means so much more, I mean, on a number of different levels, and can obviously also represent a number of forms, which we also know, especially in today's day. Maybe you would just want to share some of these with us, and what types of content or forms can you share with us today?
So content, in just the word is like, what is that? So content comes in the forms of text, whether you use text on social media, on your website. So it comes in form of text, images, videos, and also a form of content is when you are doing Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives or TikTok videos. Those are all forms of content. So content is anything that you create. It's anything that you create. Content is even writing a book. When you're writing a book, it's something that you create, and it comes in the form of writing, image, video, or even GIFs are a form of content as well. It's a form of creative expression in those forms that I just mentioned.
Awesome. So obviously today we're going to really speak on the topic of blogging, but I think what I just want to do, bring up that question is, I think there's often a misconception that content is writing. So what we're doing right now is, like Taryn said, a form of content. So just keeping that in mind, as Taryn has mentioned, it's not just a form of writing. So when you think content, don't think, oh, but I hate writing. But maybe you love creating videos. Maybe you love doing podcasts. Maybe there's other forms of content, graphics, or other things that excite you. Because I agree, writing is difficult, but as Taryn has indicated, content is not just writing. It does take a number of different forms. So find that form that inspires you. But today, as a form of content, which is blogging, which inspires Taryn, and she's essentially built her business around this, is blogging. So talking specifically about blogging now as a form of content, a big question mark for most entrepreneurs. It's always an interesting one. Should they be blogging? And if so, how often should I be blogging? And perhaps even on what platform should I share my blog? Because often people write a blog and kind of just leave it on their website, hoping that somebody's going to come and find it. So if you can maybe just give us some guide as to what your suggestions are.
Absolutely. So firstly, do you have a website? Do you have an intention of having a website? I mean, most people have a website now, because that's the point, the first point of place to go to. So the first thing is, do you have a website? And if so, yes, I highly recommend that you have a blog on your website, because it doesn't matter what field you're in. What a blog is going to do for you is that you are taking content, you're breaking what you offer. So depending on what industry you're in and what product or service you offer, you're breaking that down into, you can now break it down into a product a month. So you can do a product review on a certain product. You can go into detail about another service like blogging. Let's use blogging for example. You can go into blogging and write about blogging, and you can use images inside. So where I like to go from the social media aspect, where on social media, you're limited. You can only put certain information in captions per post or per tweet. Now, a blog gives you the space to create so much more info in text. You can share links as well. So say you have a YouTube channel like you do here, you can share a story about how the history started, and then you share a link to the channel where it will open up. So it's a great way for you to share more content, to specifically focus on a product or theme every single month. Once you've created that blog post and you upload it to your website, you now will get a link with that link, so you've done two things. So I like to go pairing. Blogging and social media goes as a pair, just like salt and pepper or a knife and a fork. And the reason why I say this is because now you've created this blog, it's awesome, and now it's on your website. But how do you create the exposure there afterwards? So what you've done now is you've now created social media posts. You've actually created content for yourself on social media for a month, because now you've got a theme, you've got a blog post. Now you can break it down into your social media and add that link into the posts where people can click on. So you can do a short little caption about today's theme is blogging, click on here to find out more. What your social media audience is going to do is they're going to click on that and they're going to be diverted straight to your website. And what you don't know what you're doing there is you're using SEO, which is search engine optimization, and organic traffic to your website, which is what you want, because the more people visit your website, the more your organic reaches in Google. So to just summarize what I just said, yes, have a blog on your website, and it's a great way to focus on a specific theme or topic per month. You then break it down into little social media posts, and you've got your social media posts done, and you can advertise that on social media. You're driving traffic to your website, and in turn, you're creating awareness about your brand and building a relationship with your current and new clients.
Awesome. Great. I love that you mentioned breaking the blog down into posts, because that is a great tip. We're kind of calling it repurposing content. So also very important. If you not want to enjoy writing posts, then if you enjoy writing blogs, because it's maybe long form content, use your blog as an option to help you establish content for posting. And as Taryn has indicated, and then link that back to your blog every time, which is something I don't even always do. So always link it back to that blog, increase in traffic. And again, as people start reading long form content, they get to like you, how you put things across. Sometimes maybe your opinion, if your blog is more of an opinion-based blog, which is also not a bad thing. So I like that. Thank you for sharing. And just to clarify, Taryn, it doesn't matter what industry you're in or what your business is, blogging can be done by anyone, right?
Anyone can do it. If you are in the construction industry, nobody knows about you and what you're doing, how your business started, whether you're in the medical field, the creative field, whether you are an entrepreneur selling beauty products, anyone can have a blog on their website. And the thing is, if writing is not your thing, then hire someone that can actually do that for you and help you with that aspect of marketing for your business.
Because it's that important. And just something else that I also have heard is with new content on your website, because it's very difficult to update your website all the time, right? Whereas obviously the new blogs added to your website alert Google that you've got new and relevant content as well. So it's sometimes just a plus to you as well and your website. So blogging is more important than I think most people think. So let's talk a little bit about some top tips, because I know everyone's going, okay, shucks, so now you mean I have to start blogging? Yes, you have to start blogging. Whether you get the likes of Taryn to do it or you're doing it yourself, but most importantly, I think it is important, as we've said, it's not only SEO, it's organic growth to your website, it's Google's recognizing you, it's credibility, thought leadership, lots of benefits. Can you share with us, as our weekly theme, we always like to pick into your brains and get some top tips for entrepreneurs to get the most mileage out of blogs? So perhaps somebody has written a blog and hasn't felt that it's given them much mileage, or perhaps never done it before and now thinking about venturing into the space.
Okay, definitely. So if you're starting out or you starting out with a blog, my first thing with the blog post is have a gripping title that is going to catch your audience's attention. So if it's product specific or service specific, ask a question or have a title that's going to grip their attention. That's the first thing. Don't have your content too long. I highly recommend that your wording should not be more than 650 words, because at the end of the day, you would like people to come back and say, oh, I found that blog very interesting and I'd like to use your service. Please, could you tell me more? Incorporate a call to action, which is either maybe a link to your online store or your contact details, telephone number, email address, where at the end of the blog post, people can come back to people can take your contact details down to find out if you have more. If you, well, not if you have more, but if they can contact you for more information. And then also images. So depending on which website you're using, make sure that your images are clear. Make sure that they're the correct size that you're using and that it's not pixelated. So very clear images, beautiful lighting of whatever it is. If you maybe are in events and you're taking photos of functions and that, then make sure those are clear, good background, no shading as well. And also you have sections in blogs where you include a featured image, categories, and hashtags. Those are really, really important to have because those hashtags that you use in social media posts, you're kind of leaving a trail for yourself. So make sure you include all of that. And most importantly, I just want people to have fun. Have fun while you're creating this. I say that I'm a creative writer, and I love sharing people's stories. Your blog post, view it as that you are sharing a story about your business. You're sharing a story about your product or service. You already know what you're doing. You started this business. You have a passion for it. And now all you're doing is putting it together into words or taking images and putting more words and links and just putting it all together into a story to tell your unique story to your customer base. And if you want to tell that story, but maybe creating written content is not your strength, then contact someone like myself or somebody in the marketing industry who can take those facts and put it into the beautiful story that you have in your mind and put it on your blog. Awesome.
Okay, so we've got a few more than just 3, but I'll run through. I think we've got 6. So just to that's awesome. So number 1, having a gripping title. 2, no more than 650 words. Let them rather contact you to find out more by incorporating a call to action, a clear call to action, and maybe multiple call to actions. Images are must be kept clear, and definitely, as Taryn said, no pixelation or wrong sizes. Including hashtags is key to pull through your golden thread from all your different channels. And then lastly, most of all, have fun and remember to tell a story. So I think those are fantastic tips and definitely would inspire one that maybe hasn't attempted a blog yet or wanting to maybe look into the idea to get onto it. So thank you for those. I'm going to make that 3+3 tips today on the post, as I'll be also sharing this across LinkedIn. And then just in our last opinion question, as I like to say, so I honestly feel like I always say to my clients, if you're not blogging, then you're no longer in the yellow pages. So maybe it gives my age away, but yeah, as we used to have in the yellow pages long ago, I say blogs are the new yellow pages. So you may have a website, but without blogs, you are not visible. What is your take or opinion on this?
So I love that question. And I also remember the yellow pages and the white pages. I do remember that as well. So it's quite some time ago, but it was very useful at the time that it was there. So I do agree. It is a yellow page because if you think about it, there's your website, click, blog. Now we have more information about you. So it is a form of yellow pages because it is a directory of your services, because you can also add testimonials. So a blog is the version of the yellow pages where you're sharing your products and services in more detail, and you're able to put little bits of more information into one place. So I definitely see it as yellow pages, because social media as well, because now you can't put so much information there, but you're leaving an online trail. So basically what you're doing is leaving an online trail, be it social media, be it a YouTube channel, and a blog. That blog gets to take your brand, everything into one, and people can just go directly there and find everything that they need in one about a specific theme, product, service, or just to get in touch with you and find out who you are, why you started, and what your passion is. So I definitely agree that it's the online version of Yellow Pages.
Okay, so I'm not the only crazy one out in the world. Yeah, and that's what it is. That's just how important blogging is. Actually, somebody mentioned this morning on a group that Taryn and I actually together on, she said, how many clients come and say, I want a website, and then they build them a website, and then they're like, oh, but nobody can find me, or I'm not getting any leads from my website. Exactly that. Doesn't mean because you have a website that everyone's going to find you, right? We need to get people to get to our website and find it. I guess it's like a map. So blogging is one of those forms of how to get people to visit your website.
So true.
Awesome.
Megan.
Well, that's us for today. And was there anything else you wanted to add? Sorry, Taryn.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that. Thank you so much. I just wanted to add that a website, just creating your website and leaving it that, it's not enough. Then now with the blog, you get to you letting people know and saying, hi, I have a website, instead of just sharing your website link where you've just got your products and services and that's not enough. A blog is where you are now driving traffic and being more specific and updating. Your website is now getting updated with new, fresh content. And I recommend at least one blog post a month that you're driving fresh content regularly there. So it's not just now standing and nothing is happening. Now you're going to get the engagements and the analytics that you're looking for to find out where your customers are, who they are, and how you can then do your retargeting from there.
Love that. Thank you. So that's it. Blogs are key. Go out and figure out writing your own blog, or get in touch with Taryn, or try and see what you can do. But unfortunately, you're going to have to add it if you have a website. If you don't have a website, maybe you need to start at getting your website first. But thank you so much again, Taryn, for joining us today and sharing with us. It's been awesome hearing from you, and always nice to have other professionals come and just share alike, as I say. And yeah, please, if you guys enjoyed the interview, give us a comment, or then please subscribe to my page. We are live every Friday with experts from around the world talking marketing and business, so really key learnings. We like to keep the videos quite short and to the point, and there's always a nice takeout as well. And then next week, I'll be joined by Tanya Liebenberg from My Tanya. We're actually talking about procrastination as our theme for March, being a little bit around business planning. So look forward to seeing you next week again, same time, same place on this Friendly Friday, and wishing you a Friendly Friday. And thanks again, Taryn.
Thank you so much.